well. And it's been quite a while since I did a live and did any kind of video. I want to be very open with you and share with you. Unfortunately, in December, my mother passed away. So I took some time off and I'm still taking time for myself, just taking it easy as it goes. And so I was going to do a whole bunch of lives in January, and unfortunately that all got derailed. And that's okay because it was better for me to just take time for myself. But I definitely wanted to get back into the swing of things and talk to you tonight because I have so much stuff on my mind that I wanted to share over this next week with you about being assertive, being a strong, outspoken woman. And my mother was one of those women. She was very strong and outspoken. That's probably where I get it from the most. And so I definitely wanted to honor her by coming on and doing a live with you and just talking about some different techniques and things that I always want to share that you can use in your everyday life. So if you've clicked on this video, the title, wasn't sure about how people would take it, if YouTube would allow it, but I wanted to just be very blunt and direct about what I want to talk to you about tonight. And that is going from being considered bitchy and complaining to being assertive. And usually what happens is when you are in the process of being assertive, there can be that tension with the other person. So it makes you want to one up them. It makes you want to say something snarky or rude or something, because if you can just say that one up thing, then you think that you're winning the argument. You think that you're getting your way. And really, with using assertiveness, you are getting a better outcome and you're getting a longer lasting outcome if you're doing it the right way. So the bitchiness is really just having that argumentative tone. You're saying certain phrases or making little over or jabs at that person. So that is when you are leaning more into the combative aggressiveness. And if you're a person and you really want outcomes, whether it be in your career or with your relationships, you can't go down that road of using that type of tone and that type of language, because even though in the moment it might seem that you're getting the results, in the long run, what you're creating is a dynamic between you and the other person of always having to go back and forth with each other. And you don't want that. That's the whole point of what you're being assertive for, is because you want to be that type of woman that you can speak up and you get the respect, you get the interest in the conversation, and in the long term of it, you're having a better outcome overall. So you don't have to keep being assertive with this person. But if you show up and right away you're being contentious, you're being bitchy, you're trying to one up, you're trying to take little jabs at that person, it's going to be exhausting for you, because I guarantee you the other person is going to want to do it back with you, and there you are in the back and forth. So you don't want that. You really want to stay away from that. So that's why on the other side of it, when you're using the assertiveness tone, you are still getting the results that you want. And once again, this can be with men, women. It doesn't matter whether you're at work or in your personal relationship. When you're using the assertive tone, it makes it easier for the other person to actually hear what you're saying, versus if you were using that argumentative, bitchy tone. So what you're focusing on is your tone of voice. And if you've been here before in previous lives, I always mention that you want to have that in your mind before you get into the conversation, if you can. If you've got some times, it's better to get into your zone and know how you want to approach the situation. That tone of assertiveness is probably your strongest weapon, because no matter what is said in the conversation, that tone is going to keep everything going the way you want it to go. So now that you have your tone in mind, I want you to also think about the words that you're using in that conversation. What are you saying? What words are you picking? Are you still picking words that are coming off as challenging for the other person? Or are you picking words that are going to intrigue them to want to hear what you have to say. Because it's not about just playing it safe and being nice and making yourself small and trying to come off soft tone. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be that way. It just can't be the opposite. It can't be the bitchy tone. Because if you're doing that, it's an argument. You're not gonna win with this. You might win, as I said, right there in the moment, but in the long run, you're gonna have bigger problems. So what you're really trying to achieve is that presence. You're trying to make sure that your tone, your words that you're choosing are making a presence with that person, that they will have a long-lasting impression of you. So they won't have the idea to challenge you later on, because they'll know, I know that when I spoke to Andrea, she was very clear, and I know that she will just be very direct and honest with me. And really, on a more personal note, when you can follow through with this, when you can really start to lead in your life with assertiveness, it really does give people around you the presence to give you that respect and to approach you in a different type of way, and to be more considerate about what your interests are, what you need done. So, for instance, how can I explain this to you? So, if I used to work at a job that involved being around a lot of people that had prior offenses, either felonies or misdemeanors, and so I had to carry myself in a certain way of having that assertive tone. However, because of their past crimes, I had to make sure that my tone was assertive and yet respectable and still approachable, and something that wasn't challenging to them, because their nature was still to be very challenging back. And if I was overly aggressive or too assertive on the other side of things, then I would lose their ear. And that's not what I wanted. So I had to keep a balance of watching my tone, and I became so good at it, and I mastered it so well that it's just second nature. It's so easy for me to talk to anybody, really, and any man for that fact, any kind of business dealings, anything that has, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you're the CEO. I don't care if you're a level 4 offender. I can talk to anybody. So it's just that when it becomes second nature, if you can just start to practice it in your own mind, and when you're out and you're doing this and you're living this way and you're living assertively, it just becomes second nature. So if you're over here on this side of things and you're on the left here, if you can see my left hand, if you're over here and you're still struggling with this and you're still feeling like, I don't know how to approach that coworker in the office, I don't know how to speak to my if you're that, it's not even coworkers. Sometimes a lot of you are managers, your bosses, you're CEOs of your own company, you're in charge of your own business, and you don't have the assertiveness enough to tell that person that's working for you to get that project done. You don't have it. I offer one-on-one, easygoing one-on-one meetings that you and I can sit and talk, and I'm available for multiple times. And if you don't see a time on there that works for you, you can send me a quick email and I can try and figure things out for you. So trying still to keep them to my own schedule, though. We can sit, we can talk, and we can go over a situation that you have going on in your own life. And it's just a short meeting, about an hour, and we can go over things that you're having, some challenges that you're having to deal with. And you can leave that meeting with me having a plan, having evaluated and figured out what it is that is holding you back from being able to present yourself in an assertive way. I want you to be able to feel confident in yourself, that yes, you're listening into the skills that I'm telling you about, but there's something usually that holds people back from putting them into play and actually using them in their everyday life. And most of the time I find out that you are struggling with your own ideas of yourself that keep you hesitant to apply these types of things, to actually go out and have that tone of voice, to speak assertively to someone. So click that link in the bio there, or you can click the link, it'll be on this video description, and it can take you to my schedule there, and you can schedule something with me. I have huge plans for in the next couple weeks of setting up where I am so open to doing a live and talking to you actually live and doing a one-on-one coaching session with you. Totally open for it. I think it would be so fun. I'm actually thinking about giving you a small incentive. You all like Starbucks, or you all like coffee? And I like coffee too, but I gave it up for Lent. So you can click that schedule a meeting, but I'm also eventually going to have that link that you can set up that you are comfortable and are willing and brave enough to do a live with me, and just do, we can just do a 30-40 minute chat or something where we can talk about something that you're struggling with, and we can talk about why you are not living assertively in your own life and how this all can benefit you in the long run. Very excited for that. And as I said, I thank you all for being so supportive and so patient as I take time for myself. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I lost my mother in December, and she was the peak level of assertive woman. And I know that she would be very proud of me of passing on this skill, this ability to other women as well, so that you can all go out and live your lives and feel comfortable in yourself and feel that you are in control of your life, and feel that you can go out and achieve great things that will benefit you, great things that will benefit your family. So thank you so much. And overall, for newcomers that logged on to the live, hello, hello. Thank you for the highs. Thank you for the comments and the thumbs ups there. I greatly appreciate it. And if this is something that resonated with you in the slightest little bit, there will probably be something else that I will do another video that will resonate even more with you. So click that follow button, and there's a little bell too. You can click that and you'll get notified when I go live. So that way you can be there and you can see me look crazy all live as I talk. And really though, you're clicking the bell and you're clicking the follow, so that way this could be something that's going to help you. I hope that's the main reason that you're subscribing, is because you want to hear more about this, because this is going to help you change your life in some type of way. Whether it be your personal life, your career life, this is all beneficial for you. And I'm trying to make sure I hit all the things there. Yeah, leave a comment. If there was something you think I missed, if there's something you think I got wrong, leave a comment. I'd love to hear about it. Love to hear more about it. Thank you so much for logging in tonight, and I will be going live again tomorrow. Plan to go live every day this week, possibly not Friday, but probably definitely Monday through Thursday. Usually like to save the weekends for my family. But yes, thank you so much for logging on. Thank you again for the hellos. Thank you for the thumbs up, and subscribe, hit the bell. And so that way when we do the lives and we're doing live actual coaching, live talking, totally open for that. Like I said, I'll be giving out an incentive to do that, giving you some kind of, you'll probably have to give me your email or something, so that way I can send you your incentive once we do the live. And if you are brave enough to get on live with me, I would love it. I think it'll be great. So yes, thank you so much for signing in, and you take care of yourself tonight, and thank you so much. Bye-bye.